What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Best Family Homestead. So, continuing on with our fence today. I've got to go get the hinges to hang the gate here in a few minutes. And because where I'm running in line with the chimney there, I get to move all this stuff. And that's kind of going to be a pain in the butt. But it needs to be done. And a lot of this we're going to be using anyway. And the cedar, we're going to be using some of that. But while I'm moving, I'm going to go ahead and take it back and find a more permanent spot for it. And here next day or two, get started splitting on it. All right, so now we're going to move all of our cutoffs. Whew. And there's Bob. Bob had went away for a minute, but he's back. And for any of you that don't know what I'm talking about, that's Army lingo. The big orange ball. Bob. No one likes Bob when you're working. Somewhere down there where that pecan was, I stepped in a fire ant mound. I really hate fire ants, and because of all the rain, we've got quite a few. I think the colonies must split when it rains or something, because after a rain, like 20 of them will come up, 20 new mounds. And you can see I got into one a few days ago, and that is a fire ant bite that blistered up. Good grief. God, I hate these things. All right, I'll be back. I'm gonna go take off my pants and shake them out. Always something. All right, well, this video apparently got a lot more interesting. You can see. So I went into, I was just going to brush off and take my pants off, and yeah, no, got in the shower and changed my boots, socks, because I had quite a few on me, and I got tore up. There was one on me after the shower, and the ones in the water were still alive. So I'm gonna give all you folks a tip on getting rid of fire ants. It's the only thing I've found that's truly 100% effective. Now, you guys know I don't like to spray any kind of insecticides ever, because if you do, if it'll kill bad bugs, it'll definitely kill good bugs, because bad bugs are generally harder to kill. Diatomaceous earth works pretty good, but it takes a while because it has to be in direct contact with the insect. It does not, it's nothing that can be taken back to, you know, the colony. Same thing with borax. Borax dissolved in hot water with a little bit of sugar in the water, it works great because it attracts the insects, and then the insects eat it and die. Again, that's nothing I would ever do outside, because it's going to attract your bees and your good insects, not only your bad ones. And so you're going to kill honeybees and whatever else comes in contact with that solution. I use that more for like inside, for cockroaches and stuff. So the one thing I found does work 100%, it's the only brand, the only thing I found is this stuff right here called Surrender. I can't pronounce the stuff that's in it, which is generally not a good thing. Definitely high in sulfur, I know it's one ingredient because it smells horrific. The reason I do like this, I'm very carefully going to see if I can figure out where all those things came from. They had to be right here around the fire. Here's one. Fire ant colony here. Fire ant mound. Gosh, you gotta hate them. Now the reason I don't mind using this to render is because it's not broadcast. It's not something that goes everywhere, and it's on the ground. It doesn't smell good. Never seen any honeybees or anything attracted to it. And you only have to use a small amount. Like that's actually probably more than enough. It'll take care of it. Aaron's tip of the day. And this is as good a time as any. I know I'd mentioned it, I think on a live. Talked to some people about it. And I lost, 40 pounds, a little over, during the healing walk. Now I haven't put much back on. I've put about 4 pounds back on, 5 pounds. And that's all due to stupid Red Bulls and Pepsis. I'd gotten so good about only drinking water. And I've been starting to cut back on the Red Bulls a little bit. I hate the sugar-free ones. And start drinking water. The one reason I did not sleep good last night, I had to get up every 2 minutes to pee. And then I'd be awake. All right, so the big news. I am going to start filming in the morning. And the new channel, well, not the car channel, my new channel, Homestead Health and Fitness, is going to be born. And it is going to be, it's not just going to be like workout stuff. It's going to be, most of it will be my adventure, kind of getting into really good shape. I haven't been in really good shape in a long time, and my goal is to get in better shape than I was when I was in the military. And so it'll be following my journey on that, but it's also going to focus on mental health. It will give me, I think, a good platform that makes more sense, and maybe more people will find for like the healing walk and things like that, as well as sharing my workouts, workout tips, and my recipes. You guys know I love to cook, and I've done a couple recipes. I have a lot more, a lot of natural remedies. I love herbal remedies, natural remedies. So it's hard sometimes to figure out which ones work based on an ad that's nothing but an advertisement, and you don't realize it if you do some research. So all the remedies I have that I know that I use, and then the ones that I want to know more about, I'm gonna show you how to make those and what they're for, and how to identify the plants you need if they're in your area. And then instead of trusting a magazine or something, it'll be something I use, and I can tell you, no, this makes you sick, or this didn't work for me, or what other crazy stuff Aaron comes up with. I'm always out there a little ways. I'm definitely one side of middle. So it's announced, it's said, now it has to be done, which is one of the biggest reasons I'm doing it, because it will motivate me to get my butt in shape. Instead of just saying, like I have been for the past month and a half, I'm gonna start the health and fitness channel because I want to get back in shape. Next week I'm gonna start the health and fitness channel. Next week I'm gonna start the health and fitness channel as soon as I get this project done. Nope, it's not gonna take any more time out of my day, because I'd have to suck it up and get up early, and I want to do it anyway, so I might as well share it and see if I can help some people out. And then it's going to hold me accountable to make sure I get it done. Now let's see if this makes it into my video edit. Depends on how tired I am tonight when I edit this. Announcement made. All right, there is a job opening at the Best Family Homestead. I'm going to hire someone that wants to make a little money, that has probably one of the simplest jobs in the world. That person's only job will be to be around the tractor. And when I get off the tractor, that person will put the seat up. They don't even need to put it back down. That stupid black seat burns my rear end every time I sit down in it, and I don't even think about it because I'm usually in a rush and thinking about other things. Bob comes out and he's out in force, and he turns that into a friggin' red hot coal that just hurts really bad when you sit down. Contact me for application information. All right. So now I'm going to measure right now. I want to get a general idea of about how long this is, so I know how many small cedar posts I need to dig out. And that way I can take all the rest of them back, and just as I take them back, I'll find the ones the right size. All right, so I've been trying to introduce more of my dogs lately. You guys have asked, show us the rest of your dogs. Oh, what's wrong, Moxley? Are you scared of the camera? Come here, Box Rocks. So you guys have met Panda Bear and Chicken, and, well, speak of the devil. So this is, Moxley is Chicken's dad. And the way that came about was Maggie May, the little white shepherd, she was super young when we adopted her, and the box of rocks there, Mr. Moxley, was about 8 or 9 months old. Generally for large dogs, I don't like getting them fixed until they are at least a year old. They can be bad on their growth, cause a lot of issues. So I had an appointment to get him fixed, like right about when the shutdown was. I think about the month after, we had an appointment, and then everything closed. And in the meantime, we had got Maggie, and she was a little puppy. Rescued her actually from a vet tech who had, I don't even remember the whole story, but she needed a home. So I got little Maggie May, and everything shut down. Couldn't get any vet, into the vet. And Maggie went in the heat. Didn't even know she was, hey, you two. It's like me and my dad grumbling. So the Maggie went into heat, didn't even know it at first, and then I kept them separated, like different, 2 sections of yard, never in the room. Somehow it still happened. They found a way. I don't know how. And so Maggie was actually only, we call her the angry teen mom, because she was only about maybe 9 months old when she had a litter of 10, and that is Chicken, Rumley, the ones we have, Chicken, Rumley, Maggie, or Panda Bear, and Mimi. Moxley, come here. Apparently Moxley's a little bit more camera shy. Come here, Box Rocks. I call him Moxley Head Full of Roxley because he can be not very smart. Actually, he is smart. I rescued him from a really bad situation too. He was about 3 months old, 4 months old, pinned up or tied up, chained up in someone's yard. They're like, oh, we need to find him a home, like he's trained and all this stuff. And when I showed up, all their dogs were just in horrible shape. He had worn like a ring where at the length of his chain, and yeah, it was a chain, it wasn't even like a cable. It was mostly dirt, but he had just worn this big path around it, where he would walk at the end of his leash. And I wasn't even really truly planning on getting him I was just getting another supposedly purebred St. Bernard that needed a home, because our other St. Bernard moose had passed away at about the age of 13 or 14. He was old, and he was a real St. Bernard, long hair, you know, looked like he should have a drum under his neck, and he just died in the yard, natural causes, with a smile on his face. And my wife, you know, was heartbroken. So this was about 6 or 7 months, and I was like, oh, you know, he's a short-haired St. Bernard, because that's, they do have them. You can tell he is part St. Bernard. He definitely, we have his paperwork, we just can't find it. Yeah, sorry, Bubba. Sorry, Bubba. So this is Moxley, head full of Roxley. He's a good boy. Wanna go inside? Say duh. All right, let's let Chicken and his father inside. Boing. He got some springs under there. Mika, you wanna come in? Maggie, come out. Oh. That's Maggie. Maggie. Maggie does not like the camera. She never really has. So that's Maggie May. That's the mom. Here's one of them. And the Chicken and Mimi. How are they even out of the same litter? Okay. I'm not getting much done today. My A.D.D is kicking. But at least you guys are getting to see some stuff that some people have asked about. Not even 2 weeks. All right, now I've got me a clear shot. It doesn't need to come, it can angle a little bit. So I got me a clear shot from where my gate post is going to be. First thing I'll do is measure and at 8 feet and set my set a T-post in right there so I can pop a line and then measure and spray every post. But especially on this long of a run, if I don't put a line, have a string, I think it's going to look like a I don't know, a really windy run. Sorry guys, super ADD day. Speaking of which, you notice the tractor kept rearing up in the back, and I knew it would. That Auger doesn't weigh anything, so I don't have any counterweight. That Auger is also a bear to hook up by yourself, so I didn't want to take it off. I just figured I'd take smaller loads, so I was kind of expecting the back to go up. Come to find out, must have a nail in the tire because I got one really, really low. I've got the air compressor running so that I can put air in it so I can figure out where it's leaking. And sometimes a random ADD crap pays off. So I was in Harbor Freight the other day, a place my wife has threatened to take my picture in and ban me from for life and have them not let me in. I was in there and I was like, I need to get a magnet. I got a bunch of nails, I need to get a magnet. Lo and behold, I got a magnet last night. Sometimes that random ADDness works in your favor. All right, let me grab my air chuck, go over here, we'll put some air in a tire and start laying out our line. Yeah, bad ADD day, bad. Oh well. So I found this little air cleaner that I'd ordered. It was in the cab of the 66 here. And I was like, oh, you know what? I've been wanting to get it tagged, get my tags for it so I can poot around in it. I had it insured, you know, I went to Rough Edge and everything. But I ran by our tag office, luckily in a little town, didn't take like 10 minutes, and didn't realize it. I got my handicap 100% disabled tags that are free, but I'd never really asked about it. I said, hey, can I have an Army, or I wanted just a veteran tag? And they're like, yeah, did you retire? I'm like, yes, ma'am. Okay, cool. Did all, you know, made sure the insurance was good, did everything, and lo and behold, if you're retired from the Army in Georgia, you do not have to pay at all to register it or renew it. All I gotta do is go in every year on my birthday and they give me a new registration and sticker. Cool. I'm gonna resist the temptation to work on this thing right now. I might deceive. I've got to go get still the hinges, but I think we will try and get a couple more fence posts, or get the fence posts in, pop our line, and at least get a little bit more work done, and then I'll put the stickers on this thing and air filter and take it for a little trip. So let's grab the orange tractor and head over and start laying out and augering some new fence posts. All right, so I'll measure where I need to go, get our fence posts up, and get our line up, mark them, and then I'll show you guys how you prep a cedar fence post to put in the ground. Pop a line after all. Didn't think about having this long tape. So I got everything marked 8 foot on center, from the center of that post. And this will work because from right here, I don't know, I might go all the way up to the edge of the woods, but it'll be kind of a pain. I might leave it running right down through there because I'll have to trim a whole lot of that anyway to get the tractor in there. I'll make a decision here in a minute. But you can see I've got all my marks here. So I'm gonna go ahead so nothing gets washed off. I'm gonna wind up my tape and use the auger and sink all these 2 foot deep. Okay, so we weren't going down there. You saw there was this rock in it, and until that end point really gets buried, a rock will keep it from going down. And you can see it's almost like sandstone where this red clay changes the color, and it's just, well, you can listen with the post hole diggers. It's like it's not full on rock. evening. But I gotta have to go get that new auger tip and screw on there, because that's why it's not cutting. And as many holes as I have to dig all the way around this, I really don't want to have to clean every single one out and dig down through that hard stuff with the post hole diggers. So we will go get a new one, and one that isn't sheared off and actually has a point, and we will be back in just a minute. All right, back from getting my new auger tip. Well, there's Homestead Fitness for today. So, if you notice anything here, I'm not going to be able to do any augering this afternoon. Don't have enough time to make it to Tractor Supply again. This right here is Papa Hugh's fault. He said it was a screw-in tip. No, it's not. It's a drive-in or a bolt-in. That's okay. I'm pretty sure the 12-inch auger that I didn't bring down is a screw-in tip, because they just changed the tip. He thought it was this one, but it wasn't. And hopefully I didn't bust the teeth so bad on this one that it won't work. I'll take a grinder and a flap disc and be real easy so I don't heat it up. And see how this one just flew apart I'm not, that it is steel, but you can see how porous it is. It's a hardened steel, so it doesn't bend at all, it just breaks because it's case hardened and it's cast. So yeah, it's cast and then case hardened. That's why it looks so porous. Well, I got it out. And then when we put it back in, we'll put some good anti-seize on it, and or a bunch of grease. But you figure, who knows how long it's been since this one's been changed. And so, well, all right, everybody. So, been a long day. Met up over at the old bird farm with Robert by 8:30. Got some stuff knocked out over there you'll see coming up. And got as much done here as I could. Not much you can do when equipment decides to not cooperate. It is what it is. We got 3 holes dug, and mostly dug. So, and we got all this stuff moved. So tomorrow we will continue, and tomorrow I should be able to get most of this first row of holes dug and posts in, fence posts in, and probably start getting a bunch more of the fence posts down through there. Still got to put the scrape blade on so I can finish grading all that and get it nice and flat. And any of the leftover junk I'm just going to push off over in the woods, and it'll rot eventually. Well, thanks for watching. Make sure and like, subscribe, and share. Especially subscribe, because that way you get notifications for when I actually finish a project. So if you want to see the rest of this fence build, make sure and subscribe. And I think that now that I've wore myself out, no, I'm not going to go to bed. I think I'm going to go over and get the air cleaner on the 66 and put my tags on it. Maybe even go for a little spin. That's my relaxing, more work. All right, guys, have a good night.